So let's start by setting loading to true when we start fetching a burger. For that, I need a new action type. I'll add it to my action types folder, a file, excuse me, and I'll name it purchase burger start. And that will also be my identifier. Now I'll create an action creator for this. We have one which is named like this, but this has our async code and therefore doesn't return an action. So I'll actually refactor this and I'll add a new action creator. This one I'll name purchase burger start, and the old one I'll rename to just purchase burger. Now in purchase burger start, I don't expect any arguments, and all I want to do is I want to return a JavaScript object where the type is set to action types purchase burger start, so that I can handle this in Redux, because this, being an async normal action, reaches Redux, reaches the reducer. Now I renamed this to purchase burger, so we'll have to take care about this in the index.js file where we export it. We export purchase burger now. And now in the order.js file still, when I dispatch this, before I send my post request, I want to execute purchase burger start, this function, to dispatch this action right at the start. Of course, I don't want to execute it like this. I want to execute it wrapped in a dispatch so that the action returned by purchase burger start is dispatched to the store. With that, I need to work on contact data, because there I still dispatch purchase burger start and I should dispatch purchase burger instead. Additionally, there is an error in this function here where we get dispatch. We of course should return a map of props to functions. So this part here has to go into the returned JavaScript object, like that. Now with this, we should have our action connected. We can now go back to Redux, to the reducer, and also handle the case that we just started, this new action we added a second ago. So I'll add a new case here. The position doesn't matter, but I'll add it at the top. And here I'll name this action types purchase burger start. And there I want to return a JavaScript object as always. We'll copy the old state to keep my old orders, but set loading to true. With that, we switch loading. We of course now have to make sure that in the contact data container, we get loading from our state now, from Redux, because we're using loading in there to show the spinner. And right now we're referring to state loading. Well, that is something we don't need anymore. In the state of this container, I'll leave all the controls, but it will actually get rid of the loading property there. Instead, in map state to props, I'll add the loading prop and map it to state. And now we can reach out to loading, but actually we'll soon combine our reducers. So we will have to change this soon to take the slice of that reducer, of the order reducer here in map state to props in the contact data container. So for now, I'll leave it like this, but we'll soon change it. With the loading prop made available here, I of course should reach out to this props loading here and not this state loading. Let's check if we got any other this state loading places. No, we haven't. The last step is, in the same file in the contact data container, to also use map dispatch to props and add it to the connect function, pass it as a second argument, so that this really is considered by React Redux. So with that all saved, nothing would work. If we go back, we see that we have a problem here. We're trying to fetching ingredients, and this doesn't work. And we also will never be able to reach our other state here, the order state, because we're not combining any reducers. So let's fix this error first, and let's then work on combining reducers.